Good morning, students. This is Sujit sir, and I welcome all of you to my class once again. Now, in the previous class, we solved an exercise on prepositions. Today, we are going to solve an exercise on conjunctions. Now, what kind of conjunction? It is coordinating conjunction. Now, we have already discussed in our live classes the three kinds of conjunctions. So what are the three kinds of conjunctions, students? Coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions, and finally correlative conjunctions. Now here we are dealing with coordinating conjunctions only. Now before we start solving this exercise, let me tell you, students, what we exactly mean by coordinating conjunctions. I am sure all of you know this because we have discussed it already. Still, let me remind you once again. In case of coordinating conjunction, the two parts of the sentence that the conjunction is combining or joining must be of equal status, must be of equal rank. What do I mean to say, students? The two parts of the sentence which you are joining with the help of a coordinating conjunction must be of equal rank. It will not be that one part of the sentence is stronger than the other. So both the parts which you are joining will be of equal status, equal rank. Now let us go through these questions. The first question: Ram went to school dash, Abdul stayed at home. Now the first part of the sentence tells us that Ram, who is a boy, went to school, means he remained present in the school. On the other hand, there is another boy, Abdul, who did not go to school, rather he stayed at home. Now here we find the two parts or the two actions are just the opposite of each other. So here we need such a conjunction, here we need such a coordinating conjunction which shows impossibility. So here we need something that gives the sense of though or although. Therefore, if we fill this gap with but, let us see what happens. Now read the sentence, students. Ram went to school but Abdul stayed at home. Now the sentence stands completely meaningful. So the first part of the sentence is just the opposite to the second part. So the conjunction but shows a kind of impossibility, gives the sense of though or although. Let us look at the second question. He must work hard dash, he will fail. So here what do we find, students? The subject has to work hard, and if he doesn't do it, what will be the result? He will fail. He will fail in something, maybe in an examination. Therefore, it is somewhat conditional. If you do this, this will happen. If you do that, that will happen. So it is somewhat conditional. And here we need something that gives the sense of otherwise. So what can we put here? We can put or gives the sense of otherwise. So if you work hard, you will score good marks, something like this. It is conditional. Look at the third question, students. He was lazy dash, he was dismissed. So this is something in the form of cause and effect. What was the cause and what was its effect? So something has happened as a result of which something will happen, something like this. So the cause was he was lazy, he was idle, did not want to work hard. And what was the result? He was terminated, dismissed from somewhere, maybe from service, etc. So if we write so, I think this is the most appropriate conjunction here. Look at question number 4. Rohan dash Arun were absent from the class yesterday. So what does this mean, students? Here we need such a conjunction which gives the sense of in connection with or in addition to. Rohan is a boy and we are talking about one more boy named Arun. So we must supply such a conjunction which will connect these two nouns. And simply if we fill the gap with and, the sentence will stand meaningful. Rohan and Arun. So the conjunction and has been used to connect these two nouns. So and is here the most appropriate conjunction. Look at the last sentence, students. The hermit was very weak. This has been taken from, as you all know, our story 3 questions. The hermit was very weak. We all know this. We have already read the story. He continued to dig the ground. Now these two things are in contrary. Means if somebody is weak, it is expected that he may not be able to work, or such a hard work like digging the ground. So here we need such a conjunction which shows a kind of contrary. Therefore, if we fill this gap with yet, I think this is the most appropriate conjunction here. So what does the entire sentence mean? The sentence means, in spite of being weak, no matter how weak the hermit was, he continued to dig the ground. So yet is the most appropriate conjunction here. And if we fill the gap with yet, the sentence stands completely meaningful. So here we have covered as many as 5 questions on conjunctions. See you all in the next class. Thank you.